Hello, all you three people who might be watching this video. Well, you probably don't know me, I don't really make videos. I'm not anything but. I'm going to talk about the film called Funny Games, the U.S. remake version. I guess it could apply to the 1997 version as well, because it was a shot-by-shot remake. But the film kind of made me mad. So, which was the point of making the film? So I just want to talk about it. If you've seen it, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I don't know if I would recommend it, because it bothered me. It's meant to bother you, in a way. It's weird. It's like a violent movie criticizing violent movies. Okay, so alright, it's not going to be too long. I'm just going to sort of analyze what the point was, because I saw it yesterday and it honestly made me mad. Basically, these two rich young psychopaths come into this family's house, and they start off like innocently enough, except they're really creepy. And basically, you as the audience, sort of know what you're getting into, what you're in for. You're like, these guys are psychopaths. They're going to attack the family and try to kill them. And basically, yeah, that's what happens. They end up tying up the family. They hold them hostage, and you as an audience are thinking, great, this is what I signed in for. I like this. I want to see this family get attacked and tortured or whatever. Like, that's what you as the audience are expecting. And you expect it in the movie style that normally happens. But then, and that happens, the psychopaths, hurt the family, they torture the family, they make the woman, undress her clothes. It's really disturbing. And then, it's awful. And then they end up killing the child first. And you as an audience are kind of disturbed by that. You expected someone to die, and you're like, oh, this movie had balls, they killed the kid. But then it shows you the kid in a pile of blood lying there, and then there's a 10-minute scene, like a 7 to 8 minute scene, uncut scene, where it's just the mom in her underwear because they made her undress and they left, tied up, sobbing. In the scene is the mom, she ends up getting herself untied, and the entire time the body of her son is in a puddle of blood, and she goes over to the husband who is just making these horrible noises, just sobbing uncontrollably, and they just sit there and cry together for 5 minutes of the scene. It's really, really sad. And it's not, in a normal horror movie, you wouldn't see something like that. You'd see them upset for a bit, and then the movie would continue. This is a real scene. This is something that would realistically happen. You as an audience are thinking, okay, I wanted something to happen. I wanted the family to get hurt. I wanted someone to die, but I didn't want to face the real-life consequences of that. I wanted to move on and, I wanted the action to keep happening, but the movie's like, no, you wanted to see these people die. This is what would really happen if this had happened. They show you the family suffering for 7 to 8 minutes after the kid died. They show you the mom and dad just sobbing uncontrollably, and you as an audience don't like that. You're like, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to see this. And so it gives you the reality of the situation. You wanted to see these people die? Here you go. This is them suffering in reality over what happened. And that turns the tables. You no longer want the psychopaths to win. You want the family to get out of there alive. Because you're like, this is awful. I don't want to see them go through this again. I didn't think the movie would subject me to this. I don't want to see them suffer in this way. And so you basically are rooting for the family now. And you wonder, are the psychopaths going to come back? Is the family going to win? The psychopaths end up coming back. And so then you're thinking, oh my gosh, I want the family to win. I don't want the family to die. And then, the psychopaths say, let's play a little game where we're going to kill you guys, but it's going to be, you get to choose which way we kill you if you, fulfill these tasks for us. And the woman ends up getting the upper hand, taking a gun and killing one of them. And that's when you as an audience think, yes, finally, the tables have turned, I want it to be this way. Then the movie says, stop, wait a minute, you didn't want this. You wanted the psychopaths to win. At the beginning, you wanted the family to die. You were on the side of the psychopaths, and so, alright, we'll give it to you the way you wanted. And then the character in the movie, the psychopath, actually rewinds your movie and plays out the same scene as it would have happened if the psychopaths got the upper hand and took the gun away from the woman before she could kill them. And that pisses you off as the audience, because you're like, no, I don't want this to happen. I don't want the psychopaths to win anymore. I want the family to win. So the movie criticizes you for wanting the psychopaths to win in the first place, for cheering on the violence that you wanted to take place. it's a criticism of the whole like torture porn genre. There's no actual like pornography in the movie, but the whole genre where you want to see innocent people die and get tortured and killed. It's a criticism of that because it's saying this is what you wanted. So like they showed you the opposite of that and showed you how you actually near the end wanted the family to win because it makes you feel good that the wife got ahead, and then it takes that away from you. It says no, this isn't what you came in here for. We're going to show you the way that you wanted it to end when you started the movie. And then the psychopaths end up killing both of them. And it's like, oh my goodness, it bothers you as a movie watcher. You're thinking, I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want them to do that. I didn't want them to rewind the movie and kill the family. It pisses you off. It makes you mad because that's what the director wants to do. The director didn't want you to enjoy the movie in that way. The director made it as a criticism of violent movies. They wanted to make you mad at the movie. Because, yeah, they wanted... I'm sorry I keep repeating myself. They wanted you to... Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I get kind of nervous in front of a camera. They wanted the audience to be mad at the movie, basically. And at the end, like, the first two deaths, the wife and the husband, they're really dramatic and drawn out and stuff because you're seeing them from the perspective of the man and wife of the innocent family. But at the end, no, of the son and the husband, you see them from the perspective of the family. It's really intense. At the end, you see the last death from the perspective of the psychopaths, where it's nothing. Like, it just happens. The psychopaths just kill. It doesn't mean anything to them. And so they just push the woman off the boat, and she's like, all right, see you later. And they push her off and she's gone. Because you see it from the perspective of them where it's not a big deal. So the movie gets to you. The movie bothers you. And a lot of people don't like this movie because they don't like what happened. They don't like... They wanted the family to end up winning at the end. And basically the bad guys cheated and they ended up winning. And so that's why people don't like the movie. And so that... The movie was made in order for you to dislike it and understand why you shouldn't glorify violence in movies, kind of. So it was a social criticism. The movie had balls because it made you dislike the movie in order to make a point. Which was original. I still kind of was pissed at the movie. So it worked on me. The effect worked on me. I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to rant about it. Thank you if you've made it this far in the video. I know if I was you, I may not have, because like it's a random video on YouTube. There's a bazillion of these. But if you have, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you want. Whatever your opinion. God bless you all the same. Thank you. Oh.